What's EMDR and who's it helpful for? EMDR is a type of therapy that's become really popular in the recent years within therapy circles, and I think within the culture at large, because it's evidence-based, it's shorter than typical talk therapy, and it's a really powerful tool that helps people heal from trauma. So not just cope with symptoms of trauma, but actually heal from trauma on a brain and on a somatic level. It has the most evidence in treating PTSD, but it's also helpful in treating phobias and in treating other forms of anxiety that stem from distressing or traumatic memories. EMDR is a great therapy for people who have either tried talk therapy and have kind of stalled out in making progress, or who are maybe leery about talk therapy. The cool thing about EMDR is you can actually heal from the impact of trauma and process your trauma without having to talk about it. Maybe there's a trauma that you've experienced that you don't want to go into detail about, you don't feel comfortable. That shouldn't stop you from healing. That shouldn't stop you from being able to move on and living the life that you want to live. For someone who's coming in, say, with one traumatic incident, let's say you were, God forbid, the victim of a natural disaster, and you're specifically looking for treatment. Let's say your home burned down in these most recent fires. For a single incident trauma, you could notice significant relief after potentially 3 to 5 sessions of reprocessing. Now, if you are someone who has dealt with more traumatic instances earlier on in your life, what might be referred to as developmental trauma, we might have multiple targets and it might take longer. In my experience though, EMDR is typically shorter than talk therapy. Even in long-term cases, therapy might be a year or 2. I would contrast with traditional talk therapy, you might work for several years and see only marginal gains. So even in more complex cases, or if you've experienced a lot of trauma, you may be able to experience a lot more relief a lot more quickly than with traditional talk therapy. I would absolutely love to meet with you for a complimentary video consultation. Here at Ember Light, we exist to reignite your joy in life, to help you heal from the wounds of the past so that you can live a life that's rich in meaning and joy here and now.